What if I told you that something you do 20,000 times every day could be the key to unlocking inner peace? Something so fundamental to your existence that you rarely give it conscious thought. I'm talking about your breath, that rhythmic exchange happening right now as you watch this video. The ancient Stoics understood something profound that science is only now confirming. Conscious breathing is a gateway to tranquility and self-mastery. Today, we'll explore how Stoic philosophers viewed the breath not just as a biological function, but as a powerful tool for developing resilience, clarity, and inner peace. Whether you're new to Stoicism or have been practicing for years, this fundamental technique can transform your practice and your life. Let's begin this journey together, one breath at a time. For the Stoics, breathing was far more than a mere physical necessity. It represented our most constant connection to the cosmos, to what they called the pneuma, or vital breath that permeates all things. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "Reverence the highest power in the universe, which uses all things and governs all things, and in like manner reverence the highest power in yourself. It is of one kind with the other." This highest power within us is intimately connected to our breath. When we breathe, we participate in the cosmic process. We take in the same air that everyone else breathes, the same elements that have cycled through countless beings throughout time. Seneca understood that controlled breathing was essential during moments of adversity. In his letters, he advised taking deep, deliberate breaths when confronted with anger or fear, allowing the rational mind to regain control. The Stoic concept of pneuma, sometimes translated as breath, spirit, or soul, was central to their physics and their understanding of human nature. They believed this vital breath connected all things in a rational cosmic order. By becoming conscious of our breathing, we become conscious of our place within this larger whole. As Epictetus taught, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Our breath is one of the few things truly under our control, even when external circumstances are not. What the Stoics intuited through observation and philosophy, modern science has now confirmed through rigorous study. The way we breathe has a direct and powerful effect on our nervous system and mental state. When we're stressed, anxious, or fearful, our breathing becomes shallow and rapid, triggering our sympathetic nervous system, our fight or flight response. This floods our bodies with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, clouding judgment and narrowing perception, precisely the opposite of the Stoic ideal of clear reasoning. However, when we consciously slow and deepen our breathing, we activate the parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and digest mode. This reduces stress hormone production, lowers blood pressure, and creates the physiological conditions for calm, rational thought. This connection between breath regulation and emotional regulation is what makes breathing so powerful as a Stoic practice. By controlling the breath, we influence the body's stress response, which in turn affects our capacity for virtue and wisdom, the ultimate goals of Stoic practice. Stanford neuroscientist Andrew Huberman calls breathing the user interface for the nervous system, a way to directly affect brain states that would otherwise occur automatically. The Stoics, without access to fMRI machines or blood tests, nonetheless recognize this same principle through careful self-observation. As Marcus Aurelius advised, the art of living is more like wrestling than dancing, and controlled breathing helps us maintain our stance when life attempts to throw us off balance. Let's move from theory to practice with some specific breathing techniques that align perfectly with Stoic philosophy. First, let's explore box breathing, a technique used by everyone from ancient philosophers to modern military special forces. Here's how to practice it. Inhale slowly through your nose to a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth to a count of 4. Hold your breath again for a count of 4. Repeat. Let me demonstrate. This creates a rhythm that calms the nervous system while providing an object for concentration, much like the Stoic practice of prosos, or focused attention. Another powerful technique is the 4-7-8 method. Inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Exhale completely through your mouth for 8 seconds. Repeat 3 to 4 times. This pattern is particularly useful for moments when emotions threaten to overwhelm reason, something the Stoics were keenly concerned with managing. Diaphragmatic breathing, or belly breathing, further enhances these practices. Place one hand on your chest and one on your abdomen. When you breathe, focus on moving your lower hand while keeping the upper hand relatively still. This engages the diaphragm fully and increases oxygen exchange. How do we incorporate these techniques into daily Stoic practice? Consider these applications. Before your morning reflection or journaling, take 2 minutes for conscious breathing to clear the mind. Use box breathing during premeditatio malorum, the Stoic practice of contemplating potential adversities. When faced with a provoking situation, take 3 deep breaths before responding. During evening reflection, use slow breathing to honestly assess your actions without emotional attachment. As Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Breathing consciously helps us maintain the presence of mind necessary to choose virtue over automatic reactions. There's another dimension to breathing as a Stoic practice, one that connects directly to Memento Mori, the remembrance of mortality that was so central to ancient Stoicism. Consider this: your breath is both constantly renewed and irrevocably finite. Each breath you take is one of a counted number allocated in your lifetime. Each exhalation is one you'll never get back. Epictetus reminded his students, "You are a little soul carrying around a corpse." Our breathing keeps this corpse animated, but only temporarily. By becoming conscious of the breath, we become conscious of its eventual cessation. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Pass through this brief life as nature bids you. Make your exit with grace, as one who has had enough of the feast." Our breathing is the rhythm of this brief feast of life. This awareness isn't meant to induce anxiety, but rather profound appreciation. When we recognize the finite nature of our breaths, each one becomes precious. The present moment, this breath, right now, emerges as the only true reality we possess. Try this practice. For 1 minute, focus completely on your breathing while holding this thought. This breath is one of a finite number. Notice how this awareness changes your perception of time, presence, and priorities. As Seneca advised, let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Conscious breathing helps us live in accordance with this wisdom. Now let's integrate these insights and techniques into daily life with some practical applications. Start your day with a morning breathing ritual. Before checking your phone or beginning your daily tasks, sit upright, in bed or in a chair, and take 10 conscious breaths. Set an intention for how you wish to respond to whatever the day may bring. This aligns with the Stoic practice of preparing the mind for potential challenges. Use your breath as an emotional anchor. When you notice anger, anxiety, or desire arising, turn your attention immediately to your breathing. Count 5 full breaths before deciding how to respond. This creates the space for pararesis, the Stoic concept of moral choice, rather than automatic reaction. Create transition rituals. Between major activities in your day, like moving from work to home life, take 30 seconds for conscious breathing. This helps you release the concerns of the previous activity and bring full attention to what's next. Practice breath walking. During your daily commute or exercise, synchronize your breathing with your steps. This transforms routine movement into an opportunity for Stoic mindfulness. End your day with breathing reflection. Before sleep, take 5 minutes to breathe slowly while reviewing your day without judgment. Where did you act in accordance with virtue? Where might you improve tomorrow? This breathing-centered reflection enhances the traditional Stoic evening review. Remember what Epictetus taught. Make it your study to see things exactly as they are, so that you know what you're dealing with. Conscious breathing removes the fog of reactivity, allowing us to see reality more clearly. We've journeyed through Stoic philosophy and modern science to discover the profound power contained in something as simple as a breath. We've seen how the ancient wisdom of the Stoics aligns with our contemporary understanding of physiology and neuroscience. I want to share something personal with you. Years ago, when I first encountered Stoicism, I struggled to apply its principles in moments of stress. The philosophy made sense intellectually, but emotionally, I would still get carried away. It was only when I began to anchor my practice in conscious breathing that Stoicism truly became a lived philosophy rather than just an intellectual exercise. This transformation is available to all of us. So here's my challenge to you. For 1 week, commit to 3 breathing sessions daily, morning, midday, and evening, just 2 minutes each time. Notice how this simple practice affects your resilience, your clarity, and your capacity for virtuous choice. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius wrote, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. I would add, and in your way of breathing. Tranquility isn't found in external circumstances, but in how we respond to them, and this response begins with the breath. Every inhalation is an opportunity to receive life with gratitude. Every exhalation is a chance to release what doesn't serve virtue. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing and joining our community of modern Stoics. Next week, we'll explore another practical aspect of Stoic philosophy: how to apply the dichotomy of control to digital life and social media. Let me leave you with these words from Marcus Aurelius: receive without pride, let go without attachment. Practice this wisdom with every breath, and peace will indeed be yours. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. I'd love to hear about your experiences with breathing as a Stoic practice in the comments below. Until next time, live with virtue.